Good morning, people. How are we? So I think by now you've obviously seen show day one, the fact that I managed to win my class and then obviously came second in overall, which is a great result. I was very happy with that. So this video is basically peak week number 2. So obviously obviously you don't have a fucking clue what day it is. It is Wednesday, the 3rd of April, and we are competing on Saturday. So I'm currently 3 days out from the pro qualifier, first pro qualifier of the year, hopefully first and only, we'll see. It's nice, well, I say nice and early. It's nice and early for when I normally train. So I've got a few things going on today. I've got a massage at 12. I've got a colonic booked in today at 2 o'clock. I won't be taking you on for that, don't worry. Again, that's purely just for weight loss purposes. Woke up this morning on the cap, 232 pounds, which is nice at 3 days out, so that's fantastic. So I'm just gonna be getting, basically this video, we're gonna take to the gym, show you what I do for peak week training, and then we're also gonna have a bit of a sit down and tell you the plan, what I've been doing over the past 2 weeks, what the course of action's been, and what the changes are that we've made based upon reflection, judges' feedback, and all that kind of stuff from the first show, because we were very happy with the look we bought, but time dependent, food loading, all that kind of stuff, there was definitely a few changes we could make. So I'll tell you all about those in a minute, but for now, I'm gonna make my meal 1, which is actually gonna be pre-workout, which is really pretty fucking shit and small, but it's basically 50 grams of oats, which is, to be honest, I may as well not bother, but it's more of a tease than anything else. So 50 grams of oats, 50 grams of whey, 10 nut butter, and 15 grams of jam. That is it. Absolute minor. I've had 1.5 litres of fluid already this morning, already been to the gym for cardio, done my 40 minutes on the stairs, 20 minutes in the sauna, stretching. That's been like a daily occurrence now for as long as I can remember, but it's working, feeling good. So I'm gonna get this meal ready, get this meal in, sit down, give some more info about all the changes and stuff, and then we're gonna get to the gym, show you through like peak week training, and then we're into the show, and then obviously that will be another video. So let's get it. So meal 1 ready. Look how large it is. Before I will eat that, I'm going to jump on the old inversion table. So obviously, as well as making weight, I also need to make height. So I've got to lock this bad boy in. So obviously, I hang upside down. I do this for like about 2 or 3 minutes at a time and a few times a day. And then also when I'm in London, I go to a spinal clinic called ProBack, who put me on a mechanical spinal decompression bed and pull me apart. So I'll be doing that Thursday night and Friday morning as well. Anyway, here goes. The joys of making height. There we go. So as soon as I get into this position, obviously get a massive rush of blood to the head. My head's gonna probably go really red. But I can feel that pulling on obviously all of my back, my joints. And obviously what it does is it acutely just decompresses the spine. It's obviously just gonna help me. It's almost like kind of, I build it up throughout the week and then get the longer sessions in towards the back end. But yeah, I've been doing this all week. It's not the funnest of things, but just another box to tick on the daily, eh? Do bodybuilding, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Just making weight isn't hard enough. But I'm not moaning, it is what it is. Just another thing I've got to do. So what I do sometimes full hang, and then I come to like here, just to ease off my ankles a touch. So still stretching my back. Just give my ankles a bit of a rest because it does pull the joints. Anyway, I'll get my few minutes done on this, sit down, eat my oats, and then take a chill. So, I just want to give you a quick rundown. I'll try not to chat for too long because I know I can talk for England from time to time. Just a little quick rundown on the show, and then obviously some of the changes that we've made from the show 2 weeks ago. It's obviously what we're going to be doing Saturday and what we've been doing in between. So, we were happy with what we brought to stage. However, we know things can be better. So, obviously, making weight on the day, I was 232 pounds on the day of the weigh-in, which is the weight cap, which meant I couldn't eat or drink throughout the day, which isn't ideal. And then obviously we loaded relatively, I wouldn't say crazy heavy, but just a normal load for someone of my body weight. But because we did that from 6 p.m. onwards, and then I was on stage from sort of 10:30, 11, it just wasn't enough time for it to wash off. So I was definitely holding a little bit, especially to my midsection of my legs. That was noticeable when I was on stage because I was a little bit shaky. I couldn't get that easy feeling of just being shredded, so to speak. Anyway, so our initial plan was going to be to come in 5 or 6 pounds under the cap, or at least try to do so. Now, as we've tried to push down this week, we haven't done anything crazy, but we've brought food down from where it was. We've increased cardio. Cardio is now around an hour a day of Stairmaster. And then food's come down to about just under 1,900 calories, and it was about 1,700 calories on a rest day. So pretty low, a good few hundred calories less than what I was doing. But we've had to bring steps down as well because I was doing so many steps and I was getting a bit of a pain in my hip. So we pulled steps down, increased fat burning cardio, so to speak. We added 40 more micrograms of Clen because we were on 40, we put that to 80. And that's pretty much the only changes really in terms of food and output. Now, like I said, the thought process was to come in under the cap so that I could actually load on the Thursday at 2 days out. Now, what we've been seeing throughout the week is when I've been checking in after training, the look is really, really good. And me and Jamie had a conversation yesterday, being Tuesday, and now we're just thinking, why don't we put that almost post-workout look on stage? Because every time we look at it, that's really good. It's very easy for me to control the posing. It's full enough, but it's also very, very lean. And sometimes when we load, we have the propensity to kind of almost hold a bit of fluid, and I just don't want to risk that again. So we've decided we're not going to try and push the body to a place it doesn't really want to go in terms of losing an extra 5 or 6 pounds coming under the cap. So it's quite nice now. Like I said, I'm on the cap at 3 days out, which means we're probably going to be sort of, 229 or something like that on Friday, which means I can drink and eat a little bit throughout the day. And just basically what we want to do is not change anything. Eat my normal meals, keep sodium the same, keep fluid the same, not train up to Thursday, take like a rest day on Friday, keep my normal steps, everything the same, and replicate that post-workout look on stage, because that's one of the best looks that I can bring. So very, very interested to do that. One of the other big changes that I've made is posing. Now, I've spent 5 years being a super heavyweight bodybuilder, trying to make myself look as big as possible on stage. And now being classic, especially after sort of feedback, analysis, looking at the overall, especially stood next to Brandon, who's got phenomenal shape, I can't stand there and try and make myself look big because it doesn't look good in the class. For example, the rear double bicep, when I untuck my glutes, my glutes and hams and adductors look great and big, but I need to be showing off the condition. When I bring in the glutes and hams, I have the condition that's nice and peeled, super dry, and also makes my waist look smaller, which is something that I need to do as well. So lots of posing tweaks to be done. Sucking a vacuum in the front relaxed, changing the favorite classic from a front lat spread to a side tri variation, which shows muscularity, condition, and a smaller waist. So a lot of it has been done to show a smaller waist and more of that classic kind of aesthetic look. And some of the other changes I've got written on here as well. I've pretty much covered most of them there. But yeah, and one of the other things as well is to really get a good pump up backstage. So I've got myself some, it's over there now, so I've got this I don't even know what you call it. It's almost like garden shears without the shears on the end. It's like a hydraulic pump thing to really help get a chest pump, because that's something that I've always struggled with. So I'm really happy with this process. It feels like a very stress-free process because we're not changing anything. We're literally just replicating that post-workout look on stage. Not change anything crazy with food, fluid, sodium, etc. So very, very excited to see what we can do. So anyway, I'm going to get down the gym now. Nice and early because I want to get things done and dusted. Like I said, I've got some things on this afternoon. So we're going to head down there. I'm going to basically running through upper sessions in peak week. Nothing really to failure, sort of doing 2 to 3 working sets per muscle group. I'll tend to do like a back row, a back pull down, a side delt variation, a chest press, chest fly, and then a little bit of bis and tris as well. And then we'll get into some posing, and then I will do the last little bit of my cardio, which is 20 minutes on the stairs. So that is it, guys. We'll head down the gym, show you guys what we're going to get up to, and let's get after it. So I'm going to make my pre-workout now, head to the gym. Let's fucking go. Yo, so pre-workout time. Today, as it's early, I'm definitely going to be hitting a bit of do not fucking miss. This is such a strong pre-workout. Literally 1 scoop of this is good enough for me. I remember the first day I picked it up, I was like, I'm a bit of a stim head, I'll do 2 scoops. Error. Anyway, I'll be doing that. About 1.5 scoops of pumpage, which is obviously the non-stim pump pre-workout, which is phenomenal. And sometimes, like for example, last night I trained a little bit later. It's really good because it's obviously non-stim, so it helps with the pump, helps with the workout, but it's not going to keep you up and jittery rather than up and trying to sleep. And then the standard, I do 10 grams of creatine. So that's going to be my pre-workout stack today. And then if you guys want to check it out, I definitely would try this combination. Do not fucking miss, which is the high stim pre-workout, and then pumpage, like I said, which is the pump pre-workout as well. Mix them together. Usually do about a scoop of each. I'm just gonna do an extra half a scoop of pumpage today because I want to get a nice pump. I'm trying to replicate what I'm going to be doing on stage. But go check them out, guys. Use my code Joe10 as usual. You haven't been here yet, have you? Come on in. Welcome to the humble abode. Quite nice this time of day because it is quite quiet. So, the POA today, as I said, I do 2 exercises for pull. A pull down, a row, a side delt variation, a chest push, chest fly, and then 2 arm exercises. And then obviously we'll do a check-in as well. So as I said before, this week isn't about, we're not building any muscle, we're not doing anything like that. It's more about just getting stimulation in the right places, sort of 12 to 15 or so reps per set. Nothing to failure, but I'll walk you through the ones I've done. So what I do is I kind of follow that same structure throughout peak week, just change the exercises. So you'll see, like yesterday, for example, I did the prime pull down and the prime row. Today I'm gonna do a different pull down, a different row, just a different variation of each one. So I'm just going to go over here, quick warm up, and then we'll get into it. So, exercise number 1, I'm going to dual arm pull down on here. So you can do this dual arm or single arm. I quite like the dual arm. Where I sit, I'll show you. Stand a little bit more. So I'll sit with my bum quite far forward. Oh, breaking the machine. Whoops. So what I'll do, and this, I'll sit quite far forward with my bum, and then I'll lean back a touch. And as I'm rowing down and bringing those elbows behind the midline of the body, really get a nice squeeze throughout the upper lat. So sit back, drive into there, and a nice big stretch at the top. Again, what I'm looking at here is to fill up with as much blood as possible. And I'm not going to be doing any crazy weights today. Just a couple of plates. As you can see, fully JP'd out today. It's what it's like living the life of a JP model. Those peak week feels are in. Just feel like gassed and drained. That's exactly where I should be feeling, which is in a way quite backwardly quite nice, because that's how I should be feeling. And when you feel fucked on a prep, well, not necessarily fucked, but like tired, hungry, you know, like your body's made of lead. It's where you need to be. You know, so many people and clients and stuff heard it before where like, oh, I'm fucked, I'm tired. Good, that's how it should be. If you weren't fucked, if you weren't tired, if you weren't hungry, you're probably not fucking lean. So get hungry, get tired, fucking man the fuck up. Because like I said earlier, I'm training a bit earlier today because I've got those things on. So I normally train after 2 meals. Today I'm after one and about 1.5 litres of water. Usually I'm about 3 litres and 2 meals in. So it's definitely noticeable in how I feel. But again, we do what's got to be done. This is what it is. Sometimes situations change, timings change, especially in peak week, because I've got to do these other things to get ready for the stage. Like massage therapy and stuff like that, and I'll never train after that. After I've had a massage session, I need to rest for the rest of the day. That's when I've got the training done early doors, so I'd rather get it done early as well. I tend to find I've got a bit more cognitive function as well earlier on in the day. So yeah, we'll hit one more in here and then we'll move on to delt movement. So pull down done, a row done, so my back variation's done. Moving on to the prime side raise now. I'm gonna do this on cam 5. So this is like beginning to middle range. So it's heavier here and gets a little bit lighter at the top. So where I'm like, our body's relatively tired, we're stronger at the lengthen down here, and obviously get weaker as we get into the shortened position there. So that's why I'm using cam 5. And as you saw on that, you know, I'm not taking anything to failure, sort of 15 to 20, between 12 and 20 reps-ish, you know what I mean? And then I'll pull it when I'm like a good few reps away from failure. So yeah, well, jumping on here then, let's get it. You know, one thing I've noticed a lot in the industry of late is people almost bragging at how much cardio they are or aren't doing, or how much steps they are or aren't doing, or how high or low the food's doing, or whatever. At the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do to get fucking lean for show. If you've got to do 2 hours of cardio a day and eat 1,500 calories, that's what you've got to do. Especially in the earlier days with newer competitors, you're probably going to have to push harder because you've never been in shape before. The longer someone is to their competing career, it comes down to the fact of having more muscle. When you have more muscle, you can do less to get in shape on the most part. Obviously genetics play a huge part in that, but I found as I've got bigger and got more muscle, I don't have to do as much cardio to get lean. Right now I'm still doing a decent amount of cardio. It's not necessarily to get lean, that's actually for me to drop weight so I can get into the weight class. It's not a fucking competition. Like, nobody gives a fuck how much cardio you do or don't do, what food you do or don't eat. If you don't turn up in shape, who gives a fuck? And I'll tell you one thing for free, nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. Straight away, it just feels that bit. See where my chest has almost gone blue? I don't know if you can see that on camera. You see that? That's mad. Obviously, blood pumped straight to that area. I might see if I can borrow this piece of kit and just put it backstage. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Probably took an extra 1 too many reps there. I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to take anything too fatal. I don't want to cause too much damage, so to speak. Like, the goal here isn't to overly fatigue myself. It's just to move blood around, get good stimulus, get a bit of a pump. At the end of the day, the work's done by this point. This is my penultimate session. I'll have a repeat of this session tomorrow, just with different exercises. And then Friday we're off, because it's weighing day and heighting day. That's about it. So when I'm speaking to people like about prep and stuff, obviously I get questions, ask people how they get on, etc. When people say, oh, it's hard, find it tough, I'm like, fucking good. It's supposed to be hard. Like, not fucking easy. Like, this whole game, this whole thing is hard every step of the way. That's why most people can't fucking do it. You know, when something is difficult, the rewards are greater, right? And that's why less people do it. But with the people that do it, and when you do reach your goals, it makes it all fucking way more worth it. But like I said, when something is hard and you're digging hard and you get those little voices in your head telling you, you know, stop, have a break, don't do it, that's when you need to fucking push on. Because we all get them voices, we all get them, the little man on your shoulder. You know, I get it regularly speaking to my clients who, you know, struggle and go through hard times, and obviously I do my best to be there for them, of course. But sometimes when you hear that little voice, that's when you fucking push on. Push through that fucking barrier, you know? Because like I said, it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to suffer, it's supposed to struggle. When you get through it and you push through it more than once, a number of times, you start to be able to understand that pain and how to handle it. It's just consistency over time. Get to work, people. Ah, it's me done on that. Trust it. Let's go. Right, be right back.
Ice off my jeans, froze chillin'. Walk through must get dizzy. I came from my kidneys and I'm trapping like I'm Whitney. Yo, bitch with me, nah boy, she ain't missing. Hold up, who you dissing? I say hold up, cock my glizzy, bang, bang.
So, finito. Feels good to get the penultimate session done. Energy levels pretty low, especially like I said after one meal and less water than usual. Obviously because earlier in the day, it's now 11:30, I'm finished, I've done all my cardio, done all my training, which is quite nice. I'm just about to go for a deep tissue massage, not too deep. But yeah, I just had a little look on my phone. I'm gonna have a look on Ben's camera in a minute as well. Very happy with the look. Obviously down at cap weight now, which is good. Just got to roll it in now. So obviously just wanted to show you guys a little bit today about like how I treat peak week training. As you can see, it's not like crazy intense. It's more just getting a pump, moving stuff around. And it's not normally you hear me say just go in and get a pump, because that's not always conducive to the goal. However, in peak week, it is good to pull back in terms of intensity. You don't want to be smashing yourself into the ground in peak week. Be lowering fatigue and all those kind of things, like getting your body into more of a sensitive spot. So yeah, feeling really good. Well, not feeling really good at all, actually. I'm chatting absolute bollocks, but in terms of where I'm at, I'm feeling good. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. A bit short and sweet, just showing you guys a little bit of reflection on the show, some of the changes that we've made over the past week or so to bring us into this peak week, and then obviously showing you some peak week training, and then a little bit of an insight into what we're going to be doing for Saturday. So it's Wednesday now. We'll be back in with Ben on Friday for the weigh-ins, the height-ins, all that funky jazz, and then pro qualifier Saturday. So we'll see if this can be the weekend to turn pro. I've put in the work. I'm ready to go, made the tweaks and adjustments, so we'll see. It's in God's hands. But yeah, anyway guys, please, if you enjoyed it, give us a subscribe. It does help grow the channel and all that jazz. So if you want to, that would be fantastic. If not, no stress. But cheers for the support. Big love. Peace out.